Okay, next part. This one, I think it's gonna be the last part for today. But yeah. This one I was at like Half Price Books. It's kind of like a thrift store where you can get like different kinds of stuff. That's where I get a lot of my videos and DVDs. But like, there's like this like psycho guy like destroying the place and stuff with like bombs and stuff. That's pretty creepy. It's pretty scary stuff. And yeah, and the guy got taken away and everything was like all destroyed. But then like suddenly Bob the Builder was there and like he was like I don't know, he was doing like this fundraising thing to like raise money to like repair the place and they were singing the Bob the Builder song. And yeah. This one's kind of similar. I was at my library, and some of the characters from like the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody were there, and like Mr. Mosby like suddenly became like a zombie or something, and he started to attack. It was pretty scary. This next dream's similar, but this time involving Caillou. I was in my house, like right around here. It kind of looked like a big daycare, and like Caillou and some of his friends were there, and like uh Clementine was being dropped off by her dad, and her dad he uh fell on some broken glass and it cut him, and like it looked pretty bad, but then he became a zombie and stuff and it started to invade the place. Yeah, I call this zombie or Caillou zombie invasion. That would make a great like go animate video, or what's it called now, Beyond. But yeah, but then there was a grenade, apparently. I had to, like, set it off. I had to get out of that place, but it exploded, and the whole dream restarted. So yeah. Okay, this one's involving Beauty and the Beast. There's this one scene where, like, this guy's like, I've come to collect your father. But in, like, I remember, like, seeing this one YouTube poop, where, like, remember, like, that creepy lawyer, Mr. Lickboot, from the Tom and Jerry movie wasn't in that movie? I remember, like, this, like, one YouTube poop called Gaston's Ultimate Quest to Tame Some Taco Bell. Basically, like, the guy's like, I've come to collect your money. Yeah, and I thought they actually said that in the movie. But yeah. And speaking of Mr. Lickboot, I have had some recurring dreams, they haven't happened in a while, where like some of the villains from the Tom and Jerry movie were after me. Like, what did I do? These guys in freaking Boingo are always after me. Like, why? I don't get it. But yeah. And yeah, some of them involve that creepy doctor, Dr. Applecheeks, and thankfully he did not do this. But Boingo did his creepy laugh in one of them, I think. And I also remember, like, one time, like, I was in my bathroom, like, and then, like, I heard this creepy voice, and behind the shower curtains, there was Vlad Plasmius, one of the villains of, like, Danny Phantom. That was pretty freaky. There's one dream I was playing, like, an app on my iPod, which I don't use that piece of crap anymore. That thing was annoying to use, but yeah. It was basically, like, based on the Tom and Jerry movie. It was kind of based on, like, the scene where they're in that boat and they're running away from the bad guys and stuff, and you had to, like, avoid, like, obstacles and stuff. The app was called Run, Robin, Run. It was pretty creepy. This one's involving Jimmy Neutron. I could have sworn every episode, with the exception of the third Jimmy Timmy Power Hour movie, had a brain blast in it. Yeah. That's where basically, like, Jimmy thinks of an idea based on, like, what happened earlier on in the episode, and he's like, brain blast! Actually, in the Christmas episode, like, it wasn't Jimmy that had brain blast, it was, like, Santa Claus that did. And I was, like, shocked. Like, I don't remember that at all. But yeah. This one's involving the Imagination Island video. I could have sworn the lyrics to the reprise of Just Imagine were different. Like, instead of, we could go to the moon in a great big balloon, they were like, we can go anywhere, we can be anyone. Yeah. Oh, this dream was pretty weird. I was, like, in, like, my cousin's house, and I was going through this long hallway, and at the end was, like, just a seat and a window, like, up high. Like, a very high window. But on that window was something I was, like, shocked. It was a freaking paw print. Yeah, I found the third clue. It was a high window. So let's see. Let's see what our 3 clues are. First, there was snow. Now, one dream involving Balto and Copper playing Blue's Clues. And what was the second clue again? I think our second clue was Barney, since I remember Blue's Clues being in a Barney episode. Now, our third clue is a high window. What could that mean? Leave it in the comments below. Maybe it's Four Seasons Day. Yeah. Like that one Barney episode where they're having all 4 seasons in the same day. This one's involving a Victorious episode called Ice Cream for Kesha. Like, near the end of the episode, they're, like, rushing through this, like, gas station to find, like, this ice cream, to, like, find, like, the letter S, to, like, win this contest. They found an H instead of an S, but I could have sworn it was an E that they found. The Wake Up Jeff video from the Wiggles, during the ending part where we see the Wiggles at a concert, I could have sworn they used the same stage from the Wiggle Dance video. I literally could have sworn they did. This was years before I ever saw that video, but they did not use that stage. This one's involved in the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody in this one episode. I think it's called Heck's Kitchen. They're trying to impress this food critic. And, like, at the end of the episode, the food critic was like, "That's what you think," in a lady's voice. I could have sworn he took off a mask, it was revealed to be the mom. But I don't know. This one's involved in the Barney video, 3 Wishes. I could have sworn, like, Barney said, "I'll do the West," instead of "I'll do the rest," before he did his shimmery shimberaw thing. But yeah. This one's involving the Waiting for Santa video. During, like, the scene where they're singing Deck the Halls, at the end I could have sworn the TikTok noise from, like, the Wiggles trailers were heard. You know, like, where they're like, "New from Lyric Studios." Yeah, that. This one I was at my grandparents' house. I was watching, like, the Tom and Jerry movie. It was, like, the scene where, like, the cabin was on fire, but then they were, like, up high on, like, this really tall, like, thing, and, like, the girl named Robin, she was, like, climbing down a ladder. It was, like, pretty freaky. But yeah. I was, like, watching, like, a director's cut, practically. This one's involving Indiana Jones. I could have sworn he had a mustache, because I remember hearing, like, I remember the Nostalgia Critic, like, the guy who plays the Nostalgia Critic, Doug Walker, was talking about the Tom and Jerry movie. He was talking about Robin's dad looked like Indiana Jones, but with a mustache, but I could have sworn Indiana Jones did have a mustache. Another similar thing is, like, I could have sworn when he appeared, when, like, the dad appeared, they played the Indiana Jones theme. And apparently, like, when Doug Walker did that video, he was talking about, like, when he was watching the movie on Cartoon Network one time, and he realized they didn't play the music when he showed up, and, like, he realized that he actually edited that in there when he did the review. But yeah, it's pretty weird. Okay, there's one dream I had. I was like kind of in the Tom and Jerry movie. I was, like, in this orphanage, and, like, Robin was there, and we were, like, kind of like friends and stuff. I think we were singing, like, the "Shooby Dooby Dooby, Best Friends What Will Be" song from Barney. But yeah. But then she got taken away by, like, her step-aunt. Apparently, like, I found out she wasn't really her aunt. She was just pretending to be. And I kept thinking about her. I had to escape to save her. But, like, the place was on high security. I couldn't get out. Until some kids, apparently, picked me up in, like, this helicopter. And we flew all the way to, like, the cabin. It was, like, at the part where, like, the cabin was on fire. Little did I know was Robin's dad was on the helicopter with us. And not only that, my own dad was on there. That was pretty weird. Okay, there's one dream I had. I was watching, like, the ending, and, like, they showed, like, Robin's mom. Like, Robin's mom is, like, dead, according to the movie. But, like, yeah, apparently. But yeah, actually, there's, like, a theory where, like, the woman from, like, the beginning of the movie is, like, Robin's mom, which I totally believe that. Yeah, apparently. So yeah. Okay, this one's involved in the Care Bears movie. where like this one like thing like this ship like shoots a rainbow at like the bad guy, and like when the Nostalgia Critic reviewed this, he's like, "Taste the rainbow," you know, like a certain word he says. I could have sworn that actually happened in the movie, but apparently does not. Okay, this one's involving the Five Fingers to the Face song from Victorious. At the beginning, they're like, "You know I flaunt ya, 'cause girl, I really want ya." I could have sworn they're saying, "You know I want ya, 'cause girl, I really want ya." So yeah. Okay, this one's involving Barney's Great Adventure. I could have sworn, like, when Baby Bop yelled, "Catch him," like, when Twinkin was floating down, she said, "Catch up." I used to love ketchup when I was little, but now I don't. But yeah. And now all these, the rest of these dreams are about stuff that happens at the end of most TV shows and movies. Like this one, I was watching the Season 1 Growling Marsh episode Fungus Among Us, but like Hegdish was there, and he wasn't in Season 1. He wasn't introduced until Season 2. So yeah. Apparently. Okay, this one's involved in the SpongeBob episode, was it the Squid on Strike episode? It was the episode where, like, the narrator's like, "One eternity later." I could have sworn, like, instead of saying that, it said, "forever." But yeah. Like, does anyone else remember that? I seem to be, like, the only one that does. This one's involved in the Teletubbies episode, Sparkly Spider. I could have sworn the windmill did not stop spinning in this episode, though I was probably thinking of two other Funny Lady episodes that ended with the magic tree, but I don't know. And yes, these next dreams are involving the windmill stopping, something that used to scare the pee out of me when I was little. But yeah. So this one dream I had right here, I was like playing like this weird game on like my tablet, and like I spin like this windmill like on the show, and every time I spin it, it shows like the windmill stopping. Well, it kind of shows an animation of the windmill stopping. It's not like the exact clip from the show. But yeah, I kept doing it over and over again. I don't know why. It was so scary, though. I don't know why I'm so scared of the windmill stopping. But then later on, I was in my bathroom. And my bathroom actually looked like it did back in like the early 2000s. Because in 2009, my bathroom got redecorated and stuff. And like, yeah, apparently. But in this dream, it was like my old bathroom. Behind the mirror, though, I found this magical blade. It looked like the windmill, apparently, and my curiosity got the better of me, so I spun it, and the windmill stopping sound was heard, and a bunch of sparkles from the windmill stopping clip showed up in my face, and made the shower go on, and, like, the water got everywhere, on the floor and even on my phone. It was pretty freaky. This is probably why I'm scared of the windmill stopping, just because of this dream. I mean, I was scared of it before I had this dream, but yeah. Okay, this one weird dream I had. I was watching, like, the US version of Drumming with Norris on YouTube. It was playing the Magic House. I think it might have been the top right window version. I'm not sure. But yeah. But then the windmill stopped spinning. But then it cut to the... But then after the windmill stopping, it faded to the part where, like, the spot where the Teletubbies play Tubby Bye Bye and say boo. They weren't there, but then it started snowing with, like, Christmassy music playing, kind of like in the Teletubbies Christmas episodes. And then they did the tiptoe dance in the snow. It was the shortened version. If the US version of Drumming with Norris ever gets uploaded on YouTube, I so hope it doesn't have either one of these things. Because that would be weird. This one's involved in an episode, where, like, I remember seeing, like, on a Chinese website, an episode where, like, after the three ships was over, it showed the windmill stopping, and then it faded to the second version of the jumping dance. It was the shortened version, it wasn't the extended version, because that's rare. This one's a weird, like, Mandela effect. I could have sworn I saw, like, the rocking dance and the dizzy dance starting right after the windmill stopping. I think I remember for the dizzy dance, like, after the windmill stopped spinning, it faded to the opening shots from, Jabadeo when, like, before the dance started. And think of her rocking after the windmill stopping, like, it just immediately cuts to the rocking dance without any opening shots or anything. But yeah. I think I'm getting this at this part. See you later.